Usman Khan, a 28-year-old man from Staffordshire, is the suspect behind yesterday's London Bridge knife attack. He was an Islamic terrorist. Convicted in 2012 and released on licence in 2018, Khan was known to the security services and believed to be wearing an electronic tag. He was wrestled to the ground by members of the public and then shot by specialist firearm officers. A suicide vest he was wearing is believed to be a fake. Police say 2 people, a man and a woman, were killed in the attack. 3 people, a man and 2 women, were injured, 2 of them seriously. The Prime Minister said the incident showed the need for tougher sentencing.
And now to the other breaking news, word of another stabbing attack happening right now, this one in the Netherlands. Dutch police say multiple people have been injured in a stabbing incident in The Hague's main shopping street. Police just tweeting, quote, additional information about the situation on The Hague. We are looking for a lightly tinted man of about 45 to 50 years. The man wears a black scarf and gray jogging suit. Have you seen the man? Call police.
Police in Italy have broken up a neo-Nazi ring. After a 2-year investigation, police say they raided the homes of 19 people who wanted to create a new Nazi party. Officers uncovered firearms and Nazi propaganda celebrating Adolf Hitler and Benito Mussolini. Police say the group had connections across Europe.
Well, you know, it's very disconcerting, obviously, for a country like Italy, which has such a dark past, to see the resurgence of this sort of thing. There were some interesting characters in this group of people. There was a 36-year-old woman who had won an online beauty contest called Miss Hitler. There was a 48-year-old woman in the north of the country who was apparently considered herself to be one of Hitler's sergeants. You know, all of these sorts of things connected together across the entire country.
Foreign intelligence officials have linked multiple cases of white supremacist violence to the teachings of a neo-Nazi in Colorado. NBC News senior producer Anna Schechter had been following his rise to prominence and reports on how his ideas have inspired violence from racist extremists.
This is James Mason. He's a lifelong neo-Nazi, and today he's an advisor to one of the most violent white supremacist groups in America. Individuals linked to the group known as the Atomwaffen Division have allegedly carried out 5 murders in 2 years. They've been arrested for weapons possession and bomb plots. Mason says he's not a part of the group, and while he's not been charged in connection with these crimes,
James Mason is a key figure within this movement and this subculture. He's put on a pedestal along with Timothy McVeigh or Anders Breivik, who killed 77 people in Norway.
The man who shot and killed 2 people at Toronto's Eaton Centre has been sentenced to life in prison. Christopher Husbands fired 14 shots in the crowded food court in June of 2012. He was originally tried and convicted of second-degree murder, but that conviction was set aside because of improper jury selection. Today, a judge sentenced him to life in prison on 2 manslaughter convictions. He'll be eligible to apply for parole in just over a year.
They're feeling disillusioned with the justice system for allowing this second trial, and many are already vowing to attend Christopher Husband's parole hearings, including Connor Stevenson, who was just 13 when a stray bullet struck him in the head. He still has bullet fragments in his skull, along with a metal plate.
The National Intelligence Service reports of movements detected at a North Korean launch site previously used to fire long-range missiles. This could mean the regime is preparing additional, stronger provocations.
Sources indicate recent movement at North Korea's Dongchang-ni missile launch site, a site that has previously been used to test fire long-range missiles, including intercontinental ballistic missiles. According to lawmakers who attended a meeting with officials from South Korea's National Intelligence Service held at the National Assembly on Friday, vehicles and equipment have been moved at the site, breaking a hiatus since early this year. The lawmakers add it is too early to assume this automatically signifies a pattern in the North's movement that resemble a nuclear launch.
In the UK, an election debate on climate change last night is stirring huge controversy this morning. Not so much for what was said, but for what the host network broadcast. Take a look at this. Boris Johnson skipped the debate. In his place, on Channel 4, an ice sculpture melting to represent the plight of the planet. The network did the same thing for Nigel Farage, who also was absent, the Brexit Party leader.
The death toll from the measles outbreak in the Pacific island nation of Samoa rises to 42 people after the country declared a state of emergency.
Well, this measles outbreak is spreading rapidly in Samoa, and now the CDC is sending experts to the Pacific Island nation at the request of Samoa's government. American health officials will help with tracking and monitoring measles cases as well as vaccination campaigns. More than 3,000 cases of the viral infection have been reported throughout the Pacific Island nation as the death toll continues to rise.
Most of our admissions now are becoming very severe.
Now, following news that another Chinese warplane infringed South Korea's air defense identification zone on Friday, the United States has reportedly expressed support for Seoul's concerns. According to a report from Voice of America on Saturday, the U.S. State Department stressed that Washington's commitment to the defense of its allies is ironclad. Seoul's Joint Chiefs of Staff revealed the previous day that the Chinese plane, presumed to be a Y-9 surveillance aircraft, entered the Cadiz at 10:53 a.m. Korea time, prompting the South Korean Air Force to scramble fighter jets. The Chinese plane re-entered the zone twice more before leaving for the last time at 1:30 p.m. This year alone, Beijing has infringed into the Cadiz 26 times.
Turning now to that fatal accident, a top American climber killed, the 31-year-old falling to his death in Mexico.
Good morning, Eva. Just days ago, we told you about the near-fatal fall by champion climber Emily Harrington. Today, another elite American climber has fallen, this time to his death. Fellow climbers remembering Brad Gobright as one of their very best.
This morning, tragedy striking one of the world's most accomplished free solo climbers. 31-year-old Brad Gobright killed after falling nearly 1,000 feet from a climbing spot in Mexico. A California native, Gobright was featured in the 2017 film Safety Third.
It's just kind of about the beauty and simplicity of moving up a rock wall all by yourself.
With him at the time of the fall, his partner Aiden Jacobson, the pair descending from the mountain El Sendero Luminoso. Both climbers losing control while rappelling, Jacobson injuring his ankle. Gobright sent into a free fall.